Hey guys, it's Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizleee here on YouTube, and welcome back to another anti-haul. So I've been making a lot of these because you guys seem to be loving them. They're performing really well on the channel overall, and you guys have a lot of great ideas. If you didn't notice, from the first anti-haul I ever did to the second one I did, there was like a 10-month lapse there. It was a long time between them, and it's because it takes me a while to think about really good ideas that actually make sense, right? To talk about something that is wasteful, but that maybe someone hadn't considered. That's why it took me so long in between those two anti-hauls, but I'm able to kind of do more of them now and share the things with you guys so much quicker because you guys are providing me with so many ideas that are jogging my brain and telling me, oh yeah, that's so wasteful. So we're going to be talking about those today. I'm going to be sharing your comments once again because you guys seem to love that. As always, make sure you leave some in the comments below and maybe I'll feature yours in the next video. Also, I wanted to say that yes, I've done quite a few anti-hauls recently, but this is not going to be all of the content that is on this channel by any means. I still love to talk about other aspects of minimalism, other aspects of zero waste, and I have a lot of really good ideas coming up. There's just some changes going on in my life right now, some pretty significant changes, and these are just the easiest thing to film that I know you guys will absolutely love. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one I want to talk about comes from someone that their username is Cry Me a River. They've been watching my YouTube channel for a long time. They always comment. I really appreciate that. They say, I can't stand those tiny makeup brushes that come compulsory with makeup palettes. Basically, they're talking about those little makeup brushes that come in makeup palettes that pretty much no one ever uses. I know some brands have stepped up their game to make those brushes a little better quality and something that someone would actually use, but for so long and in so many cases, those brushes are so shitty. Those little plastic brushes are just so shitty. And they end up getting thrown out, but companies like to pretend like they're adding value with those things that probably cost them 2 cents. Yeah, those are pretty annoying. Not a fan of the shitty brushes. Whew. Okay, the next one is hitting a hot spot for me because, yeah, I'll tell you in a second. So Ashley Crew says, not really a trend, but those cheap flip-flops from places like Walmart and Old Navy, so harmful and they look so cheap. I'm sure they don't last more than a couple of months. So, oh my god, oh my god. If you guys have ever heard me talk about my mom before, you would know that she is a shopaholic. She has a literal shopping addiction, and it rubbed off on me when I was younger. I used to have the same issue. My mom has gotten ever so slightly better with it, but she still does this thing where whenever she sees something on sale, she will buy it, and then it's like just this shitty thing that you would never really use, and she'll say, well, you can just wear it around the house or whatever. Does anyone else's parents do that? Like literally, she buys like $1 tank tops from Walmart and like she gives them to me and I'm like, Mom, why did you buy this? Oh, just to wear around the house. Or literally, she bought me a $1 pair of flip-flops the other day and I said, why did you buy me these? And she said, oh, just to wear around the house. I don't really understand that thought process. Like, why can't I wear my Birkenstocks around the house the same as I could wear them out of the house? Like, I don't understand. Why can I not wear the shirts I wear all the time in my house that I wear outside the house? Why do I need another pair of shoes, another tank? Why? I do not get it. It's this mentality that you're saving money when you're not. You're spending money that you didn't need to spend, and it's so frustrating because I think my mom, my parents' generation got so sucked into that because they grew up with not a lot, and because of that they want to buy as many things as they can, but since it's cheap it just feels like they're not spending a lot but they have a lot, and it makes it seem like they are not, you know, like struggling like they did in their childhood. But it's so infuriating because you're literally buying things that just fall apart. Because I wore that pair of sandals outside of my house like a complete moron, should not have done that, and they literally fell apart while I was in the middle of the city. So that was, yeah, and I have only worn them probably a handful of times. So you guys, if you have never realized that, and I think a lot of people do this, stop buying things that are on sale or that are cheap just because you think they're a good deal. If you didn't go somewhere to purchase it, if it's not something that has been on your list to purchase for a while, chances are you don't need it, no matter how cheap it is, because you're still spending money that you did not need to spend. And if there's anything in the world that is a pet peeve of mine, it is that, because I was raised that way and I'm so far removed from that now. I have like a list on my phone of things I am constantly looking for to buy, and generally in the thrift store. I don't really buy things new too often anymore. So to see my mom just go out into a store, find something cheap and buy it because she thinks she's saving money, it drives me absolutely insane. So yeah, let's anti-haul those stupid $1 flip-flops and $2 tank tops at places like Walmart. Oh, okay, this one is from someone named Samantha Henry, and this made me so angry. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me talk about this already, but yeah, let's anti-haul it because I hate you, Snapple. I now hate you, Snapple. If you guys don't know, Snapple has teas and like fruit drinks and things like that, and their bottles used to be completely glass, and then they had a metal lid, and it was so awesome because whenever you were in a hurry or in a bind, you could go and grab one and it was glass and you weren't supporting plastic. But they recently switched to plastic bottles, and for some reason they put it on their bottle, like there's this new label now, it says new plastic bottle. Like, that's so exciting and it's like a good thing. I feel like, aren't people keeping up with the times of realizing like plastic is a serious issue and we don't want more plastic? I mean, maybe there's a population of people who are super pumped about the plastic and I'm just not part of that community, which yeah, I don't want to be, but maybe that's a thing. I don't know. And not only Snapple, because Snapple, you make me so mad that you did that. I used to support your company and now I can't, but another company that makes me even more sad is Newman's Own, you guys. The brand that I used to buy my marinara sauce from was in glass, and I even put them in a video recently talking about how cool they were, that it was in glass and it's my favorite taste and they don't have a lot of sodium and they give a lot of profits back to charity, etc., etc. But Newman's Own also switched their packaging to plastic, and I just can't do it. I'm not buying them from them anymore. I don't know if people have been writing them, tweeting them, those sort of things. I've been tagging them on Instagram and Twitter, and I sent them an email to Newman's Own and Snapple. I don't know if a lot of people are doing that or if people are happy with this switch. Maybe the majority of the market is happy about this, but I'm not, and I'm not supporting those companies anymore. So, Snapple, Newman's, you're anti-hauled. Dude, you guys had such good ones this time. Okay, because these are things that are reminding me of times that I've thought in my life, like, that's so fucking wasteful, so unnecessary, I hate it, but I never thought to write it down. So this one is Mariah, from Mariah Mitchell, and she's talking about those coffee sleeves that you put on your coffee, right? So whenever you get a paper cup of coffee, which don't do that, you guys, bring your own cup, you know how that goes. You have an insulated cup, you don't have to worry about it burning you all around. You don't need a coffee sleeve, you don't need any of that stuff. So, but you know, whenever you get a paper cup and your coffee is really hot, you think, for whatever reason, that you need a sleeve, or at least that's why Starbucks has those sleeves, because it can get too hot for your hands. Now, I still think they're wasteful, and I don't think any coffee is that hot for your hand that you really need a sleeve. I think some people are just slightly ridiculous about things that they think they need, and they don't think about how wasteful they are and how unnecessary it really is. But this is a bad habit I had in high school. Let's just attribute a significant amount of my size to this. Not really, I'm just kidding about that part. But my dad did used to take us to Starbucks every morning, or like at least 3 times a week we would go to Starbucks. And I was in high school, so I didn't drink real coffee. I drank Frappuccinos, okay? And my friend always rode to school with me, so it was me, my sister, and my friend. We would all get Frappuccinos in the morning, which, can you imagine how much sugar that was back then? Anyway, so my friend used to get her Frappuccino and then put a cardboard sleeve on that. This is probably 10 years ago at this point, but I was still so angry even back then that she did that. She would put the sleeve on her Frappuccino because the cup was too cold. I would get so frustrated every time she did it, and it made me so angry, even though we were drinking out of plastic, and back then, like, I wasn't as aware of what was going on as I am now, but I knew that we had to have the cup to drink our Starbucks, but we didn't have to have a fucking additional paper sleeve to hold it. It was so infuriating, and that's what they were talking about, is just those sleeves in general, because you don't really need them. You know, your hand is not going to burn off. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I've never had a coffee, and I've drinking a lot of coffee in my college days, you guys, from Starbucks in a paper cup, and somehow never felt that I absolutely needed a paper sleeve. So yeah, let's anti-haul those. If you never thought about it before, maybe try your coffee without one. I don't know. Hopefully most of you guys are bringing your own cup and not even having to worry about that. But also, oh, there are also reusable sleeves if you want to snag one of those. I talked about them in a video a long time ago, but I can link some below. They have reusable ones, so just saying. Okay, last one I definitely wanted to mention because I realized this about myself at one point in my young adult life. So this person's name is Cameron Atchison. I don't want to say your name wrong, but you know, it's on the screen. They're talking about Gimmick kitchen gadgets. So apple cutters, chive scissors, garlic holders, things like that. It's super interesting and I wanted to include it because there was a point in my life where I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop buying clothes. I don't need any more clothes. They're not important to me. I'm gonna stop shopping that much. I don't have that much money, you know, that sort of thing. This was like going into probably my sophomore year, junior year of college I did this. So I stopped buying clothes as much. But instead of just stopping shopping, I shifted my focus to the kitchen because I was moving into my first apartment. I was like, oh, I need all this stuff. I need all this like gimmicky things in my kitchen. I could justify it because it was like, oh, but if I am cooking in my kitchen, I'm saving money because I'm not going out to eat. So I can spend money on buying these things, justify it in that way because it's for my kitchen and it's for something that's good for me and blah, 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 blah. But all those little kitchen gimmicky things I bought were cheap and shitty and I don't have any of them anymore. Literally, I don't think I have any of the little gimmicky plastic things I bought in my kitchen. I can't think of any of them. And it was just another way for me to justify spending my money and buying things. And I think that it's probably a really popular thing, especially for the people in the age group that are on my channel. A lot of you guys are 18 to 24. You know, like my age range or like where I've been recently in my life. And I wanted to include that because there are probably a lot of things you're buying that you can already do with the things that you have, like those chive scissors. Yeah, they look cool, but like, do you have scissors in your kitchen? I do. I feel like everyone does. Or even if you don't have scissors, do you have a knife? You know what I mean? I don't know. Some things make sense, like maybe a garlic press could save you a significant amount of time, stuff like that. But there are like egg strainers and just the weirdest things that I bought back then that I didn't need and I never used. So I wanted to put that in here because I think you can feel like you're doing the right thing, but if you really stop and think about it, they're just things you don't need. And besides being wasteful and things that had to be created and will eventually get thrown out, it's also wasting your money, you guys. I obviously am all about sustainability. I love talking about being more minimal and less waste, but I also am a pretty cheap person because I found that money is important in life, even if you don't value it above everything else, even if money is not the most important thing in your life because it's not to me. But money gets you things in life that you need. Money helps you feel comfortable in life. The money that you have is empowering to you. So don't waste it on things that you don't need and that other people or products or stores or companies or marketing schemes make you think you need, because that money could be used for something so important in the future. I did also want to say that a lot of you guys were telling me you got a Wish ad on last week's video, which is so boo-boo because I'm pretty sure I only earn money with AdSense if you click on the ads, which I would hope that you guys are not clicking on the ads. But I did want to say that if you don't have YouTube Red, you should look into it. This is not sponsored. I don't get paid for referring you to YouTube Red, but YouTube Red is $10 a month right now. I think they have a 3-month free trial you can get with them, and literally you never have to see ads. I watch YouTube all day while I'm at work, you guys, and never once do I have to see an ad. So I think that's helped me a lot with not shopping as well, because I don't even know when like cool new exciting things are coming out, because YouTube is like basically where I would see the most advertisements in my life. And yeah, if you're paying for, I don't know, I don't pay for cable or Netflix or Hulu or any of that. The only thing I pay for is YouTube because I live on this platform. And yeah, I was just gonna suggest that if any of you guys think it would be worth it to you to not see ads but to still support the creators that you watch, yeah, I recommend it. I just wanted to plug that. Also plugging my Instagram. If you don't follow me over there, go follow me over there. One more thing that I almost also completely forgot, and I have been forgetting, and that's my bad, but it is my shout outs. So if you guys are tagging me on Instagram in your sustainable swaps or changes that you're making or just things like that, I've been giving you guys shout outs, or I've been meaning to, and I have been slacking. So let's do 3 today. Instagram is Sustainably Awesome, which that's a cute name. They posted this picture of my new outro quote, which I love. And if you guys didn't know, I am working on merch, but I want it to be right, and I don't want to overcharge you guys, and finding like ethical and sustainable things at a decent price is hard. So merch with that quote is coming hang in there. But anyway, so she wrote my quote, "You cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do." She says, "When I first heard this quote from Shelby, I was instantly inspired to start this Instagram. I know that I may not have the prettiest pictures or the best lighting, but hopefully learn through the process." It looks like their name is Dominica, which is pretty cool. I just think it's really neat that I was able to inspire her to start this journey, and I wanted to share that with you guys. That was pretty cool. We also have Kara. Kara knows who she is, Kara Thomas. She's always in my live streams, and she talks to me and comments a lot, and she tags me in a lot of things on the gram, so shout out to you, Kara. Her Instagram name is sparksoflight29, but she recently made 2 swaps, which were really cool. She swapped out her laundry detergent, so for Eco Nuts, if you guys didn't know, that's what I use, and she said she's been loving it. And she also got these no paper towels, unpaper towels, that's what she called them. Anyway, it's really cool. Basically, they're reusable paper towels. You're not gonna be able to see this because my camera doesn't have autofocus. I just bought a new camera with autofocus. I just haven't figured out how to use it yet. That's coming soon. Anyway, she bought reusable paper towels, which I thought was really cool, so I wanted to shout her out for that. Oh, this person's name is, let's see, I think her name is Kat. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, her name is Kat. She recently remade my reusable makeup remover wipes. So super pumped to see you guys making swaps and making changes that are in any way inspired by me. That's why I do these shout outs, and I just love it. Helps keep me inspired, and I think it's just nice to know that I am impacting you guys at all, because that's why I do this, and seeing your tags on Instagram just make that, you know, solidify that for me. Also, you like how I just like filmed this right now? I started editing immediately, but I put my like shitty tank top back on. I just didn't film in this because that's not cute, but I'm doing it now. Okay, okay. Bye. Really exciting things are coming, you guys. A huge change in my life is happening. I guess I will tell you guys within the next month or so, but Instagram will probably know first. So go ahead over there. I'll see you guys later, and remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye, guys.